Today I want to talk to you about seal surfaces, where your oil seals sit, maybe in the side of a clutch cover, through your shift shaft, there's other places on the bike. I want to tell you how to prepare that area before you paint it. Something I want to mention here, we'll talk more about it later, is powder coating. I don't advise you powder coat engine parts, but if you decide you want to do that, make sure you tell whoever's powder coating your part to mask off that seal area. Here's two examples of an area where you should really use some tape to protect it so your seal is going to fit in nice and snugly the way it originally should. Here's one area, like where the clutch actuator goes in. Here's another area where the Kickstarter goes into this Suzuki clutch cover. I'm going to show you how I got that finished like that before I painted it. We're going to use this Honda cover as an example. And what you want to do is just take some tape, little painter's tape like this, and of course, make sure it's wide enough to go across the area that you're going to be masking, like this right here. I also cleaned this with some AMSOIL brake cleaner before I stuck this tape on here to be sure it would adhere. Now, what I have here is an X-Acto knife. I'm sure you all have one home. It has a very, very sharp blade in it. What you want to do is get right next to that area and just trace it around, nice and easy. And if it starts to either wrinkle a little bit or do anything weird, just move the knife to a different part and you're going to cut out that circle just like that. That's going to be on the bottom of this seal surface area. So you take this away, and then you're going to put this little guy that you just cut out right down in here. I just go around it. Get it to stick down there. Now, it's a little trickier, but not too much trickier, to get it to stick to the side where you also want to protect it where your seal is going to sit. You don't want to try and get a full piece of tape to go all the way around this thing. It's going to stick onto itself. It's not going to make it real easy for you to do. So what I do is I do half at a time. So I take a piece of tape that's this big and I can stick it right to the side just like that. Then I take another piece, maybe just a little bit bigger, and I stick it on this side. Yes, you do overlap right there on the sides. I just push it against it a little bit, make sure it sticks. Then you do the same trick with your knife, and there you have it. Now you're ready to prime and paint your part, and when you get done, when you remove your tape, you'll have a nice finish, just like this, where your seal is going to sit in there. And just as important as masking off the areas of where your oil seals go, it might be a good idea to mask off some areas like this if you're getting to repaint a head, especially where the spark plug sits down in the head. You don't want any paint there. I also advise you do this because too much paint or powder coating, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, could give a false reading when it comes to torquing the head. Now, how do I get those little circles down there just like that with that masking tape? It's very easy, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. You're going to start off with a clean piece of plastic just like this. And you're going to lay the tape. I use painter's tape because it's sticky, but doesn't leave any glue residue or anything behind. And I just stick it right on there just like this. Of course, I'm then going to find a washer like that, which happens to be the same size as the area I want to cover that I want to mask off. Do nothing more than carefully trace around the edge of the washer. And if I have 5 holes, well, maybe I want to make 5 of these little masking things, and if I have some other holes on there that I want to mask off, I'll use a different size washer and basically just do the same thing. I'll trace around it like that, then using an X-Acto knife just like this, making sure that you got a good sharp blade in there. Try and stay to the outside of the line with a nice even cut. All you do now, simply peel off this tape just like this, and you can place them wherever they have to go, like inside here. Then you're ready to paint it. You're not going to have any paint where you shouldn't have any paint.